Jim Manion presides over the Amateur National Physique Committee and the International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness Pro League, so the IFBB Pro League. So this guy in the center, I'm presuming, is Jim. The guy on the right is JM. This is predominantly about JM, the controversy. JM had some business ventures. They converged in the late 1990s when he launched his erotic fitness paid website to sell topless and fully nude photos of star female bodybuilders. Gym Workouts, these are the guys who run a pro bodybuilding league, something that is a professional, quote unquote, sport. JM Manion served as a gateway to endorsement deals, magazine covers, and other financially promising opportunities, and could shut down income, potential, or competitive success if an athlete crossed him. Judge changed scores once after O'Brien observed him discussing the placements with Jim and JM Manion. So basically we have a setup where Jim and JM Manion run the league. They run everything. Manipulate into taking, these erotic photos. A sport where judgment has absolutely been the bane of all of these athletes' existence. It has ruined a lot of what we believe bodybuilding to be right now. Basically, the idea that, the classic bodybuilding look from Arnold and from the golden era has been gone for a while because these mass monsters come on and they want to win based off of judging, it just seems incredibly frustrating from my standpoint, from being like an outsider view.
This is a sport or not a sport? Is it just a pageant or what? But it's like, even with the women too, the judging criteria is so vague. Like maybe others would argue otherwise, but especially like down to the bikini level. And is it like how pretty your face is? Is it that a guy just thinks you're hotter than the next chick? You could get away with a lot more exploitation when it's so vague that you couldn't even justifiably say one way or the other. Yeah, like look at the top 10 of the women's bikini Olympia, and like good luck trying to differentiate who's clearly better.
Like if you do this photo shoot, you're gonna get your pro card. So we go to this hotel room and JM is the photographer, of course. Lingerie starts coming off and it's getting more and more revealing. He pressed the front of his body against me and I could feel his crotch area against my back, and then you're gonna get a pro card because that's what these men keep telling you.
I did not. I didn't think I was gonna be on a porn site. I didn't say okay to any of this. When I told JM I was pregnant, that's when I lost my sponsorship. I feel like they were just done with me. Like I had a baby and I just kind of got the message that I didn't get the placing I deserved. So at that time, I just decided I was gonna walk away from it forever.
I don't condone this behavior. I don't agree with it at all. And I understand why these women feel this type of way if these things happen to them. But there's also a motive behind these articles coming out now. Why are these women feeling compelled to share their story now, decades later? Because bodybuilding, as you guys know, if you follow the sport, it's a very small niche. How would the Washington Post know about Jim Manion? So who's behind it? Wayne DeMilia. Now, well, that's what Wayne DeMilia used to do. He was the head promoter of the show. He was one of the best ever to promote shows, in my opinion. A lot of the athletes, even on video, have said to this day, they dislike Wayne. He was like a dictator. He was very demanding. He was very hard to work with, even to Joe or Ben Weider, because he was fired from this position eventually. After that point where he was fired, he was going on a rampage to smear the IFBB Pro League. An article. On the Washington Post website, there's another article, and it's written by a journalist, an investigation journalist, Desmond Butler. His father was George Butler. He produced the Pumping Iron documentary. I'm sure everyone has seen that's watching this video. He shares that he was tipped off by Wayne DeMilia about all of these things he's about to share with us. And going forward in more articles, because the timing of this article and this video today is very interesting, right? So Wayne DeMilia now works for Rafael Santoro, which used to be Jim Manion's business partner in the IFBB Pro League. But 2017, they split. And now Rafael Santoro runs the IFBB Pro Elite. Jim Manion runs IFBB Pro League here in the United States and internationally. And these guys are, they're competitors. But Wayne works for Rafael. Rafael hired Wayne to run the United States now to bring the IFBB Pro Elite here because he has no representative here. And conveniently enough, Wayne D'Amelia ran into Desmond Butler last year at George Butler's funeral. That is why I knew this was happening since last year, where it all started. And he shares that in this article, which I'm going to link below in the description. He laid out alarming stories of recent abuses. So if Wayne knew all about this stuff for so long and it was so damaging and so terrible, how come now? Well, because now he works for Rafael Santoro. And now he has a job to do and do whatever he can to make the IFBB Pro League look like shit. I am not biased to Jim Manion, JM Manion. And this is other information that nobody knows. No one's talking about. He's taking advantage of these women just as bad as he's trying to claim JM Manion did to these women back then.
Ben's dream, Rafael's trying, but you got the drug testing problem.
Speaking of drug testing, 2 weeks ago, the IFBB Pro Elite was dropped by WADA. They were not following the rules set by WADA, so they were completely removed from the WADA organization. They lost all their funding. They are not allowed to promote WADA. They are not involved with WADA anymore. So these shows that they claim to be natural and natural competitors and a clean sport, bullshit. I'll see you guys later.